LHP Link allows you to create bi-directional traceability between Jira Work Management or Jira software and Jama Connect for requirements management and test management. When Jira issues are defining and driving work product development in Jama, LHP Link allows you to create links between the two tools for traceability, impact analysis, and team collaboration, which makes the business process more efficient and mitigates risk. LHP Link is an end-to-end links solution. There can be n Jira issues linked to n Jama items at the same time. So we have a Jira software issue to develop the functional safety infant detection system requirements. And the description outlines 3 different systems that need to be developed for this: dashboard warning, passenger airbag off notification, and automatic passenger shutoff. So we want to develop these work products in Jama. And so the way that we start this is by opening up the Jama links window, which is LHP Link. And the first thing you see here is this is our Jama links list. Right now it's empty. And we have some controls. And we have a Jama links context menu for creating, deleting links, for producing trace reports, refreshing the link list, and quitting. Maybe not all projects are going to use LHP Link, so you can hide it very simply if it's of no use for you in your particular project, but in this project it is. So we're going to open the links list, and we're going to create our first link to Jama. So we do that by selecting Create from the context menu, and it opens up our input right here. If for whatever reason you were going to create a link and you decided not to, you can simply cancel out of it. But then we decide we're going to create it again, so we click create, and we go over to Jama, and either we're developing some new requirements in Jama, or we might be reusing some existing requirements. So in this case, we're reusing some existing requirements. And let's say that this requirement is in a mature enough state that we feel confident linking it over to the Jira issue that's defining it. So the way you do that is you simply grab the ID and drag it over to Jira and drop it in the input box. LHP Link will create the link. And you see here that the link has a description associated with it. By default, the description is the name of the Jama item, and here is the ID of the Jama item. So you can see over here the ID and the name, dashboard warning. So we look at our link in Jira, that's the same ID with the dashboard warning. The link description can be modified or edited in place. Just select it. And a good idea might be to add some tags to your descriptions. So for example, this is a requirement, so we'll add REQ maybe. Since Jama manages test cases as well, we might have a Jira issue that's linked to both requirements and test cases, and so we'd like to differentiate between them in our link list so that we can sort based on requirements or test cases, or we can search on requirements or test cases. Okay. So once we have our link in place, we can go to Jama and we can verify that the relationship exists in Jama as well. And you can see here, over here in the relationships, we have one upstream relationship for this Jama item, and it is in fact our Jira issue right here. Develop functional safety infant detection system requirements. Okay. From here, you can click on the Jama ID and it will redirect you right to the Jama item in Jama. So let's do that. Click on that. And you can see it takes us back over here to the Jama item. But if you're managing the project in Jira and you don't have access to Jama, but you still need visibility into Jama to see what the issue is linked to, you can hover over the Jama ID for a moment and a preview window will open, which gives you visibility into the Jama item that this Jira issue is linked to. It gives you the name of the Jama item. It gives you the description of the Jama item. It gives you the type of Jama item, in this case, a functional safety requirement, the current status, whether it's locked or not. And this allows those managing the project in Jira to comment on the Jama items without having to have access to Jama. So right here, you can add a comment and it will be synced back over to the Jama item. So for example, let's say that this particular description isn't quite correct. Let's say the dashboard shall display a yellow warning light. Right? And we can tag users in this. So we'll send this to Ronaldo Castillo. Okay. And that's that. So we click outside the comment box and our comment is sent. We can close the preview box, the preview window. If in fact you do have access to Jama, then you can redirect directly to Jama from within the preview window. Okay, that's always an option. But since we do have access to Jama, let's go over here and let's refresh the page. And we can see that we have one new comment. And the comment is directed at Ronaldo Castillo. The dashboard shall display a yellow, spelling, typo, warning light when the airbag system is off. Okay. One of the important aspects of bidirectional traceability is the ability to detect when changes have been made in higher level or upstream resources or artifacts. So for example, here, the Jira issue is driving the development of the work product in Jama. So if anything changes in Jira, then the relationship needs to become suspect so that the engineers, the requirements engineers, or the test engineers working in Jama are aware that something has changed. So the important fields to monitor are the summary of the Jira issue, the description, where it is in the workflow, in the life cycle, and who it's assigned to. So let's say we make a modification here to the description of the Jira issue. So dashboard warning, let's say we were supposed to put light here, and we'll save that. Now the fact that something has changed in Jira has already been detected in Jama. So if we go back over to Jama and we refresh our page, we'll see that the relationship over here to our Jira issue has turned red, which means it's suspect. And that indicates to the person developing the requirements that they need to go back to that Jira issue and find out what's going on. One nice thing would be, as changes are made here, again, those defining these work issues can add a comment as to why they changed what they changed. So here they could say changed dashboard warning light warning to include light. Maybe something like that. Okay. And so then that will also help communicate changes from Jira down to Jama, as well as the fact that whenever you do a traceability analysis now or an impact analysis, these suspect links will show up. You can see all the suspect links in Jama by selecting suspect links. And you see here that ours is functional safety requirement. Dashboard warning is in fact suspect now. We have two other requirements that are associated with this particular Jira issue. So let's link those as well. So let's create a new link. And we'll link over the passenger airbag notification, as well as the automatic passenger shutoff. Okay. And again, we might want to tag these after they're created. These are actually all requirements, but let's tag one as a test case, just so that we can see the difference. Okay. So now we can sort these. If we sort them, for example, in ascending order, then we get the test case on top and the requirements on the bottom. And descending, we get them going the other way. If we want to filter out just the requirements, then we can just do a filter on REQ, which will give us just the requirements. And so it's more helpful if you have a number of different links here. You can select multiple links to delete at once or just one at a time. So let's just go ahead and delete all of these and confirm you want to delete them, and they're deleted. And when you're done, you can just close the link list.